to go home, grab your bike, and head outside until the street lights came on. And these kids, some do still do that. I mean, we would go get lost in the woods, and these kids don't have as much social, a lot of them, interaction at home. Their social interaction is FaceTime or video games, and they're talking. So their respect and their interaction is so much different than what we grew up with.
Exactly.
And I don't think it's the fact that the parents aren't teaching them. I think they're just not given
the
opportunity where they're taught or practices it.
Life is changing every day, and as we were talking in the classroom, with technology, everything's changing. So are we preparing these kids to, yeah, I think we should. That's an opportunity that we should take here in school to teach them.
And I'm glad to hear even you saying, Catherine, as a specialist, because your probably focus is very much that STAR test and making sure that kids are meeting the needs. We're meeting those needs academically, but if I'm hearing you all correctly, if we're not meeting the needs of them on their character development and how to be socially appropriate, then how are we going to meet their needs on an academic level as well? Okay, so some closing thoughts. If you had maybe one or two suggestions to something you would like to see done differently in the coming school year that would mold or reflect our vision for what we want to see Brill become in the future, what would you?
You want us to go like?
Sure.
Well, I'm thinking wish the school, maybe school-wide or classroom-wide, I don't know, maybe pick 5 words that you want your students to utilize every day or, weekly, and just hammer them, please, thank you. Just polite words. That would be one thing. And the other thing to help with the character development would be to, how Believe and Achieve has fizzled out. I would do one program the first half the year and another program the second half the year, just because everything gets old after a while. I mean, TV shows, they even take a hiatus in the summer because people are tired and it's something else. So maybe we can have a program for the fall and then a slightly different or completely different program in the spring. And
Excellent.
That will just mark, kind of delineate, oh, now spring is here and this is what we do in spring.
Right. Maybe a refresh. I like that.
And I think that I hate when you are so overwhelmed with so much and so much is thrown at you. I think pick 1 or 2 things, not too much, and stick with it. Otherwise, you can't do anything right.
Usually 5 things are plenty.
Not too many programs. Do this, do that. It's just overwhelming. If it's overwhelming for us as adults, I can't imagine the child.
Right. And I like the continuous. Yeah. Keep something.
Stick with it,
Mhm.
yes.
Kind of piggyback with you saying like parents understanding like the Achieve and Believe, maybe we need to create flyers or activities where the parents are involved so they're informed, and if they choose to do it all year or choose to do, I like your idea about doing 2 different things, one in the fall and one in the spring, but maybe not just have that pep rally at the beginning of the year, but maybe at the end of every 9 weeks or once a semester, so it continues with excitement.
Yeah, I think if they did it once every 9 weeks, just to keep it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I think for that part.
Once every 9 weeks, I would say is a little bit too much, but maybe
it'd
twice,
have to be something big or
twice a year,
Yeah.
like right in the middle of that first 9 weeks. The first 9 weeks, everybody's getting used to things, so they got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle, they have that pep rally. Then you have, your Christmas, so they really don't need anything else. And then the same thing, kind of sandwiched in the middle of the semester.
Or even
That's a good
start the
idea.
new year off to like in January
Mm-hmm.
and then end it, so maybe do 3.
Yeah. So Laura, as a parent, we're here on campus all the time, so we hear what's being thrown out there, and I'm hearing that communication of if programs and ideas needs to, we need to look at doing a better job of that. But as a parent, how can we inform you better? I know we've got a lot of avenues.
I don't know. I mean, all the parents are so much younger than me now, but like when they brought their Tuesday folders home, I would look through their papers to go through and see what announcements there are. And then it went, I don't know if Brill's doing this or not, but I know Kleb I don't know, it turned to more online. You can look it up if you want to. And I want to. I want
Right.
to see it in the folder.
Okay.
That's me as a parent, but I'm old school.
Right.
I don't know how other parents feel, but if it's online and I have to look it up, I would rather get on Pinterest than look up what my
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I have to
So
say
if it,
something.
go ahead, yeah.
You know, when she says that, as a parent, I get a phone call. You know, whenever my school or for my children's school, a phone call. Then I get on my an email.
A remind,
Then
right?
I get. I mean, to be honest, it's too much.
Yeah,
Then
if
I
they
don't wanna
forget,
pay
then it's
attention.
not. I mean,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Like, okay.
You're an overload.
Hang on,
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it's the phone ringing, my cell phone ringing. I get an email, and then I get paper. I'm like, oh, you know
Right.
what?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear too
Well,
much.
then
I
just
just
stick
want
to
to stick
in the
with
folder, and there you go. And if
Right.
you didn't do it,
This
then
is
too bad. I mean,
elementary.
that's,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Sorry, that's how I feel.
Too many
We
places.
actually had that online, going home a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
It was the green thing to do.
Yeah.
And it went on for about a year, but then
I
it
think that's when
stopped.
Marky was here, and I was like, I'm not gonna get online and look
Yes.
at
It
look up.
stopped.
Sorry.
So if it came to you in like the form of a remind or the form of a dojo, classroom
Yeah.
dojo,
Oh, Dojo is good too.
Or,
yes, I forget about Dojo.
an email,
Yeah,
would
but
that be a-
yeah, not an email? I mean, because I don't want an email from the school
Okay.
unless it's from a teacher for about a problem with my
Exactly.
child. I don't want them to email. I mean,
Right.
where does it end?
right?
Mhm.
So something like dojo would be more.
Yeah.
Are y'all?
We
Do y'all
use
use?
Dojo and we
So
love
would
it.
I
that be
would
something-
much rather dojo than a piece
Right.
of paper, to be honest.
Yeah, that's. I
Okay.
didn't think about Dojo as
It's
a parent. 'cause I
instant,
just
Right.
got it.
instantaneously. People get it right away. I mean, it's so much easier. You don't have to keep track of paperwork. I love it.
Right. Good.
Mhm.
I didn't think. Yeah, Dojo definitely.
Good.
Or the folder.
Well, I really appreciate y'all's time. I learned a whole lot that, you have to do these recordings and you're not sure what you're going to get out of them. But I learned a lot about the fact that if you ask people, they want to have an opinion. It was interesting to me how, right at first, y'all didn't really want to say a whole lot. And I don't think it was because you didn't know what you wanted to say. I think it was that you weren't sure who I was going to show this to or tell what you were
Yeah.
saying. So I think that open communication and knowing that, as a school, if we don't all have an opinion and feel like we have a right to an opinion,